All right, just when you've thought that you've heard it all, now this week I saw a video where there's people that are actually trying to justify shill bidding by basically repackaging it, relabeling it with offensive or defensive shill bidding, try to differentiate these. And this is really where we're at right now. I take this right up there with card alteration. Repeating this type of nonsense and trying to repackage it and label it under something else doesn't make it right. It never will. And I guess people are entitled to talk about whatever nonsense they want to. But yeah, so shill bidding is never going to be something that's accepted by collectors. And if you have an issue with quote unquote idiots getting better deals because they think because they're actually participating in a fair auction, then I don't really have anything to tell you. I mean, if that's what you truly believe, that shill bidding's okay because it keeps quote unquote idiots from getting a good deal in an auction because the auction would potentially be fair, there's nothing I could say about it. So I had to kind of get that one off my chest because that was some nonsense this week. But this is my 100th video. I happened to notice when I was getting ready to make this, and I'm going to make most of this video just about cards because that's kind of how the channel started, and that's kind of how I wanted to continue. So I just briefly had to mention something about the shill bidding because you kind of get tired of people trying to normalize unethical behavior at the very least. And, you know, I know that a lot of you out there agree with my position on that, and some might not, and that's okay. With that said, I got a grading order back from PSA. I dropped it off at the National. It's only a 5-card order, so I'm going to go through that relatively quick. No big, huge surprises. First card is a Hitman Heart blue autograph from Prism PSA 9. Nice card. I pulled it myself from a hobby box. I always liked the Hitman when I used to watch wrestling, and I kind of just thought it was a cool card. I don't know if it's going to be PC or not. I may actually throw it on the bay, but yeah, pretty happy with that grade. I figured it'd be 9 or 10. Second card is a Bowman First Caitlin Clark in a 9. I actually talked about this one with my group server when I dropped this off at the National. And he was kind of saying that he thought it was a 9 because of the centering. And I was like, well, I already have it in a card saver, so I'm just going to go ahead and send it and hope for the 10. Probably, you know, settle for it being a 9. And sure enough, it was a 9. Third card is a JJ McCarthy Celestial from Spectra, number 99. This card looks super clean. I was fully expecting a 10 on this, and that's what it got. I don't think there's a lot of these. I checked the pop when it originally showed up on the Gem Mint website there, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. There's not a ton of them out there. I still like JJ. Of course, I'm totally biased because I'm a Michigan fan, but it got the 10. You know, I don't know, $150 card, $200 card. I might throw it on the bay. I have a bunch of other JJs now, so I'm okay with like throwing it on the bay and see what happens. So I was happy with that one. And then my 2 Wemby 2024 Lock It Up Gold Geometrics. One got an 8 and one got a 9. I'm a little disappointed there. I was expecting at worst 2 9s. I thought one of them had a chance to be a 10. But you know, an 8 and a 9, there's only 50 of them. So you know that they're low pop no matter what the pop. No matter what the report actually says, you know it's going to be low because they're serial numbered to 50. So I'll take the 8 and a 9. Again, these are cards I might throw on the bay too. Might hang on to them. I don't know. Probably throw them on the bay and see what happens. But really enjoying watching the Spurs this year. So I didn't get League Pass for a couple of years because the app was so bad in the past, like at least for me. So the audio and the video were off. Like the video was ahead of the audio. And so I was actually like actually let me rephrase that. The audio was ahead of the video is what I meant to say. So I was actually hearing about what was happening before it actually happened on the screen. Yeah, the audio was ahead of the video, sorry. And so I kind of went away from it, and I hadn't had it for a couple years. And I was on a forum that I'm a member of, and people were talking about how if you order it through Prime, that it's much better. And so I did that. And, it's been outstanding. It's been just awesome. And my whole point in that was, I'm a Bulls fan historically, but I've become more of like a player fan instead. I've really been watching a lot of Wemby's games. It's just freakish watching him out there with how tall he is, being 7'5", and the stuff that he can do is just like unbelievable. So I've been watching a lot of Spurs games, so I'm really enjoying that. I saw De'Aaron Fox is back, and he played well in his debut. I also been watching a lot of Lakers games because of Luka. Not a LeBron fan. My amount of Laker games that I'm going to watch will probably decrease when LeBron comes back. Just not a fan. But Luka's been so fun to watch, and man, has he been good. Oh, he's just been unbelievable. I've had Luka as a top 3 player in the NBA for quite a while, and nothing has changed my mind on that. So I've been really enjoying watching those. But those were the 5 cards that I got back from grading. Nothing too huge out of those. I mean, a couple Wemby's number to 50 and a JJ PSA 10. I mean, not bad, I guess, but nothing too deep in the PC, that's for sure. Like I said, I'll probably list a bunch of them. I did, however, order some things. So I'd mentioned in a previous video that I was sending some things to consignment. Those are all now officially listed, so they're in process of being sold. In the meantime, I was able to buy a few things and check a few things off the list. I've actually checked 4 off the list. The one I'm not going to mention specifically today because I don't have it in hand and I don't want to jinx it, but I'll mention the other 3. The first one is a Vanguard Luka rookie, number to 99, and a PSA 9. These are really tough. I know that being serial number to 99 makes it tough pretty much immediately, but I just love these Chronicles subsets from 2018. I think it's one of the best brands of all time. The fact that they incorporated so many cool different brands into one. This is a card that's really hard to find. I never saw a copy at the National. I was looking for it. Never saw it. There was an SGC 9. I don't know if it's still on the bay or not, but I was really interested in it. But I was just like, no, I'm going to wait for a PSA. And sure enough, one came up at auction, and I was able to win it. And I was really happy with getting this card in hand. It's super, super cool card. I'm just really thrilled with it. It's a tough one to find. When you do searches on those, you don't see them very often. And another card that I recently bought that I was also looking for at the National, saw no copies of any grade or raw, and that is a Crusade Blue number to 9. That's also a Luka in a PSA 9. Just love the shine on this card. It's so cool. Like, I've wanted this card for a long time. I had it on my list at the National. I really wanted to pick it up. I never saw a copy. I'm like, get an opportunity to do buy it now, best offer. If I get an opportunity to do auction, I'm going to go ahead and explore that. And this was the right time, and I'm finally able to pick that one up. So check 2 off the list. Got the Vanguard, got the Crusade. Super pumped about that. And I'm just going to continue to expand my Luka collection. And if they're PSA, great. That's ideal. If I can't get PSA, then I'll get BGS. I'm not a huge fan of CGC, but I do have a Luka rookie or 2 numbered ones from CGC. I'm really not that against. And I guess at this point, if I have to pick a third, I'd probably go for that over an SGC when it comes to my PC. I really do like the cases for CGC. So anyways, able to pick that up also. And then the biggest of the 4, I'm going to mention 3. I'll wait on the other one, but the biggest of the 4, though, is a 2018 Topps Update. Ohtani Gold rookie number to 2018 in a BGS 9. I know, BGS. Why would you buy BGS? PSA is where it's at. The gem rate data says they're grading so many more cards than everybody else, which is true, by the way. Yes, all of that's true. I really, really loved the look of this card. And for me, it's more about the card than the slab, so I'll still buy BGS. The card just looks really clean. I'm really happy with it. It's 0.5 away from a 9.5. It just looks really clean. I'm very happy with it. It also I also was able to get it at auction for hundreds of dollars less than a PSA 9, which is really nice. I got to save some money, and I really wanted to own the card. I might look at it close, and if someday I want to cross it or try to cross it to PSA, I may pursue that and see if it gets a 9 or maybe even a 10. Weirder things have happened. So I may look at it a little bit closer and potentially do that in the future. But for now, I'm just really happy with it. I sent in an order to PSA. They had just been received by my group subber, and I think they're now being shipped to PSA. So that process or that clock starts. I'm not expecting them back, I don't know, probably 2-3 months would be my guess. I haven't looked at their updated time frame, so I don't know that for a fact, but I don't need them back any sooner. I mean, if it's 2-3 months, so be it. That's totally fine. Really not worried about it. Had to put some things on the back burner. So I really love that Topps basketball is back. I really want to start collecting some of the Topps black parallels, number to 68. I've messaged quite a bit with a hobby friend of mine, and we just had some great discussions about the Topps blacks. And this year, like I said, in basketball, they're numbered to 68. And there's guys I want to pick up. I'm still debating what I'm going to do. Wemby for sure, because it's kind of a color match. But, I might collect some of the other stars too. Maybe Giannis, maybe Joker, maybe things like that. I'm really bummed, though, that Luka's not in Topps this year. He was going to be my main draw. I really wanted to get some hard-to-find Lukas in Topps, and, it just wasn't in the cards for whatever reason. I don't think it's been officially confirmed as to why. If you have any idea, if it's been announced since, if you leave a comment, that'd be awesome. But I also bought a blaster. So I ordered 3 megas from the website at release. I haven't got them yet. I got a notification that a label has been created, but I still haven't received them, and it's been a while. So I don't know if those are coming out this week or next week or what, but I'll be patient. My wife and I went to Target yesterday, and they had blasters. And so it's nice to see blasters have come down a bit too. So the Topps blasters, and I don't know, maybe that matches baseball, but the Topps basketball blasters are $24.99. So it's kind of nice. I know blasters have kind of crept up over the years to like $30, $35, whatever the case may be. So I picked up a blaster. I'm going to open that on video. Topps was the first brand that I opened when I got back into collecting in 2007. I opened a hobby box of 2007-08 Topps basketball. Pulled a Kevin Durant Topps Gold rookie. If you've watched my channel over the last couple of years, you might have seen it. But yeah, I pulled a Kevin Durant Topps Chrome Gold rookie out of that first box. And I looked back, and I think I only paid like $35 for a hobby box. You flash forward to 2025, I dropped $25 on a blaster. So my, how things have changed. So let me know if you've been cracking any 2025 Topps basketball. Let me know what kind of stuff you've been pulling. I'm kind of curious to hear. I've heard some people getting good stuff out of megas and blasters, so I'm just curious. And have any of you cracked any of those fat packs or blister packs? I think they're fat packs. I think they have a couple versions actually. Anybody gotten anything good out of those? Because they had those too, and I didn't want to buy them because I'm like, I don't know, I'll just try a blaster first. But I'm looking forward to cracking that. I'm going to go ahead and video that. Just in case something good comes out of there. You never know. It's fun, right? Why not? So if you haven't already, if you'd consider also subscribing to the channel, that'd be awesome. And I will go ahead and see you in the next video.